Hello, P3. I hope that you guys are all doing well. I hope that you are doing a lot of fun activities at home and spending a lot of time with your family. I really hope to see you all soon. So, I did a presentation for this week's spelling words. We are going to keep going over suffixes. What I like about this week's spelling words is that it's similar to what we've kind of gone over during grammar. We will focus on ER, but there's two different kinds of ERs. So this one is someone who, when you add this ending and you change the root word. So this one is when you're changing nouns. So you're forming nouns and designating persons from the object of their occupation or labor. So you are saying that that is their profession, so meaning their job. So, and then this ER is similar to what we have gone over in class when comparing someone or something that is more of, or it can also be an action or process. So these are normally adjectives, and you are comparing either two things or two people. Or remember, I gave you guys the examples of taller. I said Betsy is taller than Matt. So we did examples like that, and we will go more in depth when I go over it in this presentation. But you will see how these suffixes relate to what we've gone over with these superlative and comparative adjectives. So teacher. So the root word for teacher is teach. So you can say, oh, I like to teach about math. But then when you add the suffix er, this shows that someone is, so that's their occupation. So teacher. You can say, oh, that woman is my teacher. Bigger. So I like this example, this picture, because it clearly shows that the elephant is bigger than this other animal. So the root word is big, and then the suffix is er. If you notice, it's bigger, so another G is added to the word. So we did learn a little bit about this when I was teaching you all about the comparative adjectives. So if one syllable adjective ends in a single vowel and a single consonant, double the final consonant before adding er. So if you notice, there is big, that is one syllable, bigger. And remember, it says a single vowel and a single consonant. So hot, there's a vowel and then there's a consonant. So you're going to double that consonant for hotter. Same thing with sad. That is one syllable. Also, there is an A, which is a vowel, and then the D, a consonant. So you double that consonant for sadder. Also for thin, there is a diagraph, which is the TH, then the I, which is the vowel, a single vowel, and then the N consonant, so you double the consonant for thinner. Then there's flat. Right here, there's an initial blend, but that doesn't matter because then there's a vowel and then a consonant, so it's flatter. So you're doubling the consonants, but it's only if there is a vowel and then it's followed by the consonant, then you will double it before you add the er. I hope this isn't too much. I know I'm going and I'm going, but I know you guys are going to understand this. We did go over it before, and then if you're like, what is going on, you can always rewatch this. You know, I always tell you guys, you can rewatch it. You're going to learn more about it later on. It's not the end of the world if you're thinking, oh my goodness, this is so much. It's okay. It's not a big deal. You're going to learn about this also in the third grade. And this is also third grade stuff that you're learning. I always tell you guys this. This is third grade stuff you're learning, so of course it's going to be hard. Okay, so dancer. The root word is dance, and you can remember dance is a standalone word. You can say, oh, I went to the dance last week, and that's completely different from saying that someone is a dancer. You can say, oh, my friend is a dancer. She does ballet. So that's completely different than from dance. Stronger. So the root word is strong, and then the suffix is er. Remember, strong, you can say, oh, my dad is really strong. My mom is really strong. And then stronger, you're comparing two things. So in this instant, we're comparing these two horses, and maybe you can say the one that is up a little higher, you can say, oh, that horse is stronger than the other horse. So now you're comparing two things versus using the adjective to describe someone. Like you're still describing them, but you're doing more of a comparison, then you're adding the suffix to do that. All right, taller. So root word is tall, and remember it could be a standalone word like, oh, my brother is really tall. But then once you're comparing him, maybe you have a cousin that's taller than your brother. You could say, oh, but my cousin Joe is taller than my brother. Singer. The root word is sing, and then the suffix is er. So remember, the root word can stand alone. You could say, oh, I love to sing Let It Go. And then singer, you're saying that that's that person's occupation, which means their job. So for this instance, this singer is Whitney Houston, one of my favorite singers. If you look up some of her songs, they are super awesome. Faster. So the root word is fast. You can always say, oh, I am fast at running during PE, or I am fast when I do my homework. Remember, because it's an adjective. So when you're comparing it, you're saying faster. So in this instance, we can say that the guy in the green is faster than the guy in the yellow. So you're comparing, and then you're adding that suffix. Sprinter. So this is the occupation of this person, or maybe it could even be a hobby, but this person sprints. So a sprinting is like when you run and then you stop, and then you run and then you stop, and then you run like really, really fast when you're sprinting, and then you stop. So the root word is sprint, and then the suffix is er, so sprinter. This young man is a sprinter. Happier. The root word is happy, and the suffix is er. So if you notice, happier is spelled differently when you add the er. So you're not going to add happy and then the er. You're going to replace the y with an I and then add the er. So this is a great example because it can remind us of plural nouns when we change baby to babies and we take that y and we put ies for babies. Same thing with party. You don't put partyes. You take away the y and then you put ies for parties. Like I'm going to two different parties. Same thing with pony. You don't write ponyes. You take away the y, then you replace it with the I for ponies. I have 3 ponies at home. Oh, that would be awesome if you could have 3 ponies at home. So this is similar, that it goes back to how we replace the y for an I, and then we add the es for plural nouns. And then in this instance, we are going to replace the y, add the I, and then add the er. So crier, the root word is cry, and then the suffix is er. So you're going to take away that y, you're going to put the I there, and then the er. So it doesn't always mean that little girls cry. I just found this picture, and I wanted to give this example, or else I would have put a picture of myself there. But I can say that I'm a crier. Like if I watch a sad movie, I know that I'm a crier because I always cry during movies, especially when they're sad. I'm the one that's always to cry, compared to my other sisters. So my other sisters will say, "Oh my goodness, Connie, are you crying again? You're a crier," just because I get very emotional with certain movies. So that's pretty much what that means, that, oh, so and so is a crier. So, maybe you shouldn't tell her that. Or for example, remember Mrs. Feldhouse? She was in our classroom last year. I know some of you first graders might not know her, but most of my second graders do. And we couldn't show her anything about dogs if it was like sad, because she was cried a lot. She was a crier, for especially for if it had anything to do with dogs or cats, because she loves animals so much. So remember, it's an adjective. It's like describing a trait of somebody, and it doesn't always mean like, oh, because you're crying, you're a crier. It could mean that you're a crier to like certain things in your life. Now I'm just rambling off. Now I'm going down the slippery slope, you guys. All right, so these are the rules. I have already talked about them. So for adjectives that end in Y, you change the Y to I, then you add the ER. So same thing, remember I was telling you all that it's similar to plural nouns when you're changing baby, party, pony, cherry. When you're changing it into a plural, because it ends with the Y, you're going to take the Y and then you're going to add the I, and then depending on your ending, for plural nouns it would be IES, and then for this suffix, we're going to add the I and then the ER. So the examples are here: cry for crier, happy, happier, and then crazy, crazier. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope to make more. And I really hope that you have a great week, and I look forward to seeing you very soon.